we just started hanging out and realizing that we had more in common than the people we met.
Yes. Gay down low men.
See, that's why I love it. Yeah,
I know I'm gonna feel good, but I'm still scared.
You should be scared. I mean,
especially with the same people, but not to be messy, no shade, but
there was a change in management.
It's always the change in
It's always the change in management. If Blindsided was a person, bitch, that's me. It was me, my couch, and a bottle of tequila.
It takes going back to old pictures. That was the same thing with me with my gains. I'm like, where the gains are y'all seeing?
You mentally are just like, I don't see it. Like,
dang, you're inspiring me to try it.
You should. What type of honey?
Oh, hell no. Bit. Yay! You're getting me out of my podcast slope. Hi, YouTube peeps. Y'all get a little behind the scenes before it actually starts. Yes, get comfy.
Yes.
Okay, hi.
Am I supposed to hear your tap?
No.
Okay, word.
Yeah, it's just our own mics. Word. It's gonna sound weird at first, but you'll get used to it.
I like the sound of it.
I know, I know. And then it sounds weird when you take it off.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Word.
It's like skating. You know, you feel like you're still skating.
It's like, ooh.
All right, hi guys. Wait. This is weird. I've never really recorded a podcast episode with somebody.
I know. Am I like kind of the first?
Yeah, technically.
Technically, I'm the first, guys.
Yes. I highly suggest that you go to the YouTube video if you're not watching this, but you can still get, the same
visuals
value.
might do
yes.
it for y'all.
My guest and I have facial expressions. Let's just say that.
Heavily.
Let me allow you to introduce yourself.
Ooh, that gave.
Thanks. I'm winging it right now.
Yes. Okay. Hi guys. I'm Matt. We are in Atlanta.
Yes.
She came up. She's here. I'm Matt.
And that's all you need to know.
That's really all you need to know. You'll probably get the gist of who I am throughout this podcast. So yes. I'm like an intro. You'll get the intro by the end of the video.
So we met through mutual friends.
Yes.
When I was up here living in Atlanta. I no longer live here, which is why this is even more exciting because I'm visiting. Real. But yeah, how long have we been friends? I don't even know how long we've been friends.
I feel like
it's been at least a year.
It's been over a year, but it was like we met. We were like, okay, she gets me. He gets me.
Immediately.
And we just started hanging out and realizing that we had more in common than the people we met.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so it definitely was like that.
We definitely hit it off like immediately. We were already kikiing and
for real.
Me tooing, like
story comparisons.
Yes,
I mean the whole nine.
Especially with the same people, but not to be messy, no shade, but
no shade, no tea. But
okay, there's a couple, which is why it's.
Y'all can connect the dots if you want to connect the dots.
They be trying. Oh my gosh, they be trying. Y'all be trying to connect the dots.
Look,
sometimes they be onto something, but
I mean,
they'll never know.
They never lie though.
This is also true. Shit. Yeah, this is kind of how our conversations go. We just be like, ooh, tea.
We just be like, damn, okay, word.
Yes.
You peep that too? Word, okay, cool.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, especially if we're in functions or events when there's certain people around them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Functions.
We just look at each other.
Stories. It's just like, okay.
There's a lot.
It is a lot. But we've separated ourselves and elevated, so
thank you.
That's all we can do, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, we need to talk. Okay, y'all are getting like the Matt 6.0 right now.
Not
okay.
for real. Where do we start?
We can definitely start on the topic of elevation because we both know a lot about that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I meant by Matt 6.0.
Yes.
Because you went on a whole journey.
Yeah, I did.
Which was so cool to see.
Thank you.
Like, okay, I want you go ahead.
To jump into it?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Well, I'm wondering, like, for the YouTube part, we can like insert a picture of me.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely go to YouTube.
Go to
If you
YouTube,
wanna
guys.
see.
Go to YouTube. Do both, honestly. Fuck
Yes.
it. Yeah. So when she means 6.0, she means 6.0. Like I used to be in a very dark place personally. You couldn't tell because I was still confident in my own way and still enjoyed life from an outside perspective, but internally a bitch was struggling. Okay. And you could visibly see that on me, on my face, on my body. Like it was a lot. I coped with eating. I coped with separation. I coped with men. I mean, like it was a lot, but I was not physically where I wanted to be at all. And pretty much I tried going to Crunch. I tried going to Lifetime. I tried going to all these different places to kind of just work out consistently. And nothing really like stuck. Now a big part of that was also I had the snowboarding accident. So like that was a big thing. So when I had shoulder surgery, I was literally out for the count. So I wasn't able to do anything. So that put me in an even darker place because I'm like, okay, wow, I'm fat already. And I'm like, now I literally can't do anything physical for like 3 months. So I'm like, this is horrible. Like I was literally just in my apartment doing nothing. Like I didn't want to see anybody. I barely saw you during that time too. So I was literally just separating myself. It was me, my couch, and a bottle of tequila. To be frank. So like it just wasn't it. All my friends tried to help, but there was no helping me until I wanted it for myself. And I did. I eventually did. I came across a place called Berries.
Well, that's ironic. Okay. Anyway, we'll get there.
We'll circle back to that company. But I found a place called Berries. And if you don't know what it is, it's a HIIT workout studio. So that's a high intensity interval training. And that changed my life. Let me be clear. The workout changed my life, not the company. So yeah, the best workout in the world. I will give them that. It is life-changing, transformation changing. I mean,
wow. I'm excited. But
yeah, like for y'all to see, we're gonna put one here, we're gonna put one there for you, just
Before
for y'all to
and
for real
after.
see like the major difference in my body.
It seemed quick too.
It was. I started working out at Berries June 24th.
Wow.
We're in what, October 3rd?
Just
or something?
entered October.
Yeah, girl,
Wow.
the six packs pack. They pack.
Immediately.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
But a lot of it, I did 75 hard, y'all. It works. Let me tell you, if you really stick to it, it works. The bitches that say I don't believe in it are ridiculous because
haven't tried it.
they haven't tried it, and it's really good for you because for someone that didn't have that type of routine, I just stuck to it. Like I did like Nike, y'all. Just do it. Like for real. Like I was like, okay, let me do this. Like let me really set it a goal. Let me really do it. I was celibate. I was no alcohol, sober, and I worked out twice a day. Listened to podcasts, read. I was a whole new person. All my friends were like, okay, yeah, we'll see, like whatever. But I'm like, yo, by day 30, after a month, they were like, damn, like he's really doing this shit. Especially you were like, I'm loving what I'm seeing, like for real. And it keeps you going. Like when people really acknowledge what you're doing, it keeps you going. Obviously you have this self-motivation, but people noticing what you're trying to do and supporting that, it makes the world, literally.
Dang, you're inspiring me to try it.
You should.
At least 75.
Literally. 75 soft or 30 hard. Like,
oh yeah.
So I'm doing 30 soft because I'm like, I think it's a mind game. Yeah. Honestly, when you have the challenge mentally in your head, you feel like you have something to look forward to. So it doesn't feel like it's an everyday thing. I see. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to the finish line. So obviously after 75 hard, I took a week to I still worked out, but I took a week to eat what I wanted, drank, party.
And it makes it that much more
enjoyable. It makes that so much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, took a week. After that, I got back in Berries and I was like, oh shit, like, let me get back to it. But it was like something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And no regrets, like at all, really.
ooh, my socks is dirty. Don't look.
Yeah, that's why mine are down.
We're just gonna act like y'all didn't see that. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is so inspiring. Yeah, the before and after pic. I was like, wait. Because, okay, I'll be scrolling through people's stories and stuff and, like, don't really be paying attention. But it just caught my eye because I was like, wait, that's Matt? Like, he literally lost so much weight within, it felt like a blink of an eye. I was like, oh, my gosh. Like,
seriously.
Wait.
The Ozempic allegations were crazy. Like, I'm like, y'all. I'm like, I ain't got it like that. No Ozempic. I said I had to really do it.
So what about the diet? Because that's my thing that I struggle with the most.
Well, that's a big part of it. And I did not have a good diet prior to that, obviously. I pretty much talked to one of my bodybuilder friends, who, like, I've become friends with since I started doing social media, like, in 2020. And he is, like, really big into it. And, like, he stressed to me, like, the way to lose weight is your diet. Like, working out, yes, but if you're not eating right, nothing's going to change. So that was a big thing for me. I was like, okay, I got to really lock in with this diet. Like, I've got to figure out what I'm going to eat, what's going to work, all that jazz. So I talked to Bari, who's our mutual friend, and I was just like, okay, look, like, we got to figure out something where we're both locked in the sense of eating right, because we would spend money eating out, like, ridiculously.
Yeah, I remember. I was also
so it's like, I was like, we got to figure something out. So then we really were just like, okay, we're going to sit down, we're going to really think about it. And that's what we did. So we just started making meal prep, started eating specific things that we knew would be better for specifically my diet in a sense. And then he would eat things for better for his situation.
Yeah.
But that was tremendous in the drop of it, as well as not drinking. I think the eating right and being sober, I think that's what made it seem like it was like the snap of a finger, because
that makes sense.
From being a drinker to not drinking completely at all, and then from eating like shit to not eating like shit at all.
Yeah.
It's like your body responds. Like, I was like, damn. And I didn't even notice, for me personally, I didn't even notice the weight loss in my face until people were pointing it out.
Yeah.
Because when it's you yourself and you're looking in the mirror every day, you don't really notice that shit.
Yeah, no.
So it's like when people are like, yo, I'm like, damn, like, let me go look back at this picture from this date. And I'm like, wow.
It takes going back to old pictures. That was the same thing with me with my gains. I'm like, what gains are y'all seeing?
You mentally are just like, I don't see it. Like, what the fuck am I working out for if I don't see it?
Yes.
But then you really got to look at those progress pictures. So you got to take your progress pictures. Like, for real. Those are so important in keeping you going, because when you see the results.
That makes so much sense. That's kind of slept on. Because I obviously, like, okay, yes, progress pictures from year 1 to year 3, obviously there's a difference.
Right.
But
and those are typically the things people are posting online, though. Like, they don't really post the
I see the Facetune in the back.
1 to 5. They be lying. Like, they really be lying. Like,
yeah, that's true.
We're keeping it real over here, okay? Month 1, month 5. This is the real, okay? This is not no 1 year gap and we're saying it's only 3 months.
Yeah.
No.
I definitely don't like that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing that people do online, but, you know.
Whatever. So circling back on to berries.
Right. Yes.
Because I was told some information literally right before we started this episode.
I texted you before you woke up, I feel like.
Yeah, you probably did. I processed it once I came over here.
Yeah.
And he said it too. And I was like, wait.
Yeah. So, like I said, the workout is what did it for me, not the company. Okay. I was a manager there since June. So that, like I said, when I started working there, when I started working out there is also the time I started becoming one of the managers there. And I loved it at the time. And there was a change in management.
It's always the change in management.
It's always the change in management, I swear.
Oh, I have a fucking cough drop in my mouth.
You want some tea?
Yeah, you have tea? What kind?
Ginger, lemon, or some shit. Or onion, maybe.
Whatever's good for your throat. Yeah, that. You would have that. I'm playing.
Police.
That was funny. 10 out of 10. Thanks. that together. The picture. Why you actually look like Drake? Oh God. Hi. Okay, so we had to take a break because my SD card ran out of storage. But anyway, we were talking about berries.
Yes,
and how you like the establishment, however, not the workers of the establishment.
Correct.
And management changed.
So, yeah, like what she was saying, love Barry's workout, best workout in the world. It was the change of management for me. I was literally let go today. Like today, this morning, a couple hours ago.
It just sounds so like random.
Or
what?
If blindsided was a person, which that's me. I was blindsided as fuck.
Is that like illegal in some way?
So honestly, so the incident that transpired that is the reason this happened was back the day before I had posted that whole like 75 hard 100th berries class post. So that was like, I want to say the 22nd or something of that sort.
Like a week or two.
So whatever. I comped a credit for one of the clients, whatever. Something that we do all the time with our own judgment. So I did it because she's a loyal customer and she has a barter with our company. So what we're not supposed to do is put them in ahead of time. They're supposed to drop in. I did not feel it was necessary for her to just drop in. The class wasn't full. The reason they say that is typically because the classes will be full and they don't want us to take a spot from a paying customer. Understandable. At the time, the class wasn't full. So overnight, a lot of the clients found out it was my 100th class, so they wanted to be a part of it. Which, love that for me.
Yeah.
Sweet. Love that. Loyal people. Let me tell you.
Cool.
Those are some loyal people. So the class became waitlisted, which flagged the reason why she got in for free. So it flagged it. That became a whole thing. And at the time, I had a feeling, and I honestly was like, if I get fired for this, so be it. Like, it is what it is. Like, it's really, this job is not that deep. I love berries, but this job is not deep. Like, I am perfectly okay.
Yeah.
It was a matter of just being able to go to berries for free because that place is not cheap. Let me tell you guys, it is not cheap. So
it's worth it from what I've heard.
Worth it, but not cheap. So it was like just having a job there saved me half of rent, literally. So I was like, okay, perfect. So I was expecting to get fired from it. I really was. It was like the way the manager was moving, like it was just like very weird tension.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm getting the boot, whatever. Nothing. Crickets up until now. She changed her mood, started being a little nicer, a little more chill. I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, okay, this must have just been a blowover. It must have been a smack on the hand and whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to do it again, but like, good to know. Like, I'm okay. Y'all, I went to sleep last night. Okay.
Damn.
Woke up this morning at 4 o'clock in the morning to hit a 5 a.m. workout.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 4 a.m. Made it to Barry's at 5. Hit that workout. Killed the legs and ass today. And after I worked out, I changed to get ready for work. And I start getting stuff situated for the rest of the stuff today. And I get pulled for a meeting. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't on my calendar. That's interesting. Sit down with the GM, sit down with another higher up person, and they just start rambling about stuff. And I'm just like, this isn't giving a meeting that is just going to be, everybody's going to get that same touch base.
Yeah.
So I was like, Then she brought up the incident. I said, okay, I know where this is going. I said, let me interrupt you. I said, because if you're about to tell me what I think you're about to tell me, I said, this is absolutely absurd. It was exactly that. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to make a scene. I'm just like, because at the end of the day, I love the brand. I think it was the working there that was the issue with the change of management.
Yes.
Because working there prior was perfectly fine. But it was the change of management that made me grow to not liking berries And it was never me growing to not like berries. It was more so me growing to not like working at berries.
Yeah.
So the timing of it is just, it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. It is. I am very well okay. Promise you that. I'm so okay.
It's good though that, I mean, you already got your benefits out of working.
Hello, heavily.
So
I was a walking advertisement ad. Let's be clear.
Yeah, I never heard of berries until I saw you and Bari posting it. So
that
check, please,
because let me tell you, y'all, like what you just said, that is so many people.
Yeah,
so many people. So I'm just like, you know what?
And more tea.
Yeah,
we're going tomorrow to my first class.
Oh, babe.
Yeah. So that's gonna be fun.
Stay tuned for the YouTube video.
Yes,
that needs to be vlogged. Yeah.
I'm gonna vlog it.
Because I'm going in there with my head very much held high, the nose to the roof. Girl.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm terrified.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna feel good, but I'm still scared.
You should be scared. I mean, and I'm going to be so transparent with you. You should be scared because it's not easy. Yeah, but it is quite literally the best feeling afterwards. Like,
okay.
What I will suggest, and I'm telling you this as well as the listeners, when you're doing a berries workout, because it's high intensity, that means it's a very quick pace. So all the intervals are like a minute 30, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But it's like cranking that shit out. Like I'm talking reps, slow reps, quick reps, ab work, then legs, whatever it is. And we're doing total body. So girl, you're hitting it all tomorrow. And it's the start of the birthday challenge. So it's going to be a lit day.
So I'm not going to be able to walk basically. Or move my
You're going to have to walk because we're going again the next day. Oh, hey girl.
Oh my gosh. Harper just walked in.
No, yeah, you're not going to be able to walk. But you're going to have to because we have to go again the next day. So
Saturday?
Duh. Saturday.
What are we doing Saturday? Upper body?
Saturday is upper body focus. Yes.
That's so cute. That is so cute. Y'all, she just brought her man flowers.
Oh, we're so
in a little
single.
basket. Oh, we're so
I'm
single.
so single.
I'm so single.
Okay.
I'm single by choice.
Heavily.
Okay.
Heavily, because let me tell you.
There's a difference.
I could have one.
Line them up.
They're just not acting correct, so.
Oh.
No.
Nah, I literally like don't answer people. So there's that.
Oh, babe. They're all muted. I told you that's my favorite
I don't even
button.
follow back.
I told you that's my favorite button.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it's actually really convenient.
I don't have
you
to
don't be rude and like completely
you.
unfollow.
No,
like,
exactly. I'm like, I don't have to unfollow you. I don't have to block you. You just will never get a response again.
Yeah, like you don't exist online to me.
At all.
You do, but you don't.
You don't. Like literally.
I love that button actually.
Yeah.
That's like right next to unfollowing.
No, it is. Like if I
like that's first step.
Yeah. No, it is. It definitely is. Like for me, with the we talked about.
Oh, God.
I had to just. He hasn't gotten to a point where I had to unfollow. Like we stopped communication at the mute level. Like the mute level is just good. Like we're good there. So
my servant just fetched me tea. Just playing. Thank you. Oh, it is. That's what I get. Fuck. That's what I get. I was talking shit. Can you give me a napkin, please? Can you give me a napkin, please? I definitely just. Thanks. I'm scared. Did you put honey or something in it? You did? Honey?
What type of honey?
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Wait, what?
I said, what type of honey?
Why? I'm scared. It's really hot. I'm just going to set this down. My throat is kind of bothering me, so our friend Bari just made me lemon tea, but that shit is hot. So I will spin the block on that. That does not sound right. Talking about tea. Okay, anyway. So, really quick, I want to talk about living in Atlanta.
Yes.
As somebody who, one, used to live in Atlanta for 3 years, who isn't from Atlanta, and two, somebody who basically grew up here. Yes. Did you grow up here?
Yes. I was born in New York.
Okay.
And then moved down here when my parents got divorced when I was like 4 or 5.
So yeah.
But I grew up here. And then I grew up here. But I did not grow up in Atlanta because, let me be clear, people love to claim Atlanta and don't live in Atlanta.
This is true.
I am one of those people because I hate where I'm from, but I did move down to Atlanta during high school and ended up finishing high school in the perimeter of Atlanta. But I grew up outside the perimeter, unfortunately.
I feel like that's 90% of the people that I met up here.
All claim to be from Atlanta, but literally live 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, hey, can you scoop me? And you're like, oh, yeah, because you think they're, like, around the corner. No, babe. They're 35 minutes away.
Yeah, that's insane. And it's true. Everybody claims that they are from Atlanta, but they're from, like, Stone Mountain or Johns Creek.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not Atlanta.
And the thing is, they could be from Atlanta, like, say they're from South Atlanta. That's still a drive, bitch.
Yes. Yes. That's still a solid 20 minutes at least.
Without no traffic.
Exactly. And there's always traffic, so you can do the math.
You're really not getting out of that one.
But yeah, a lot of people always ask me, like, oh, should I move to Atlanta? Like, I've been thinking about it. As somebody who moved back out. We're going to
have two perspectives here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to have two perspectives here.
I'm going to go with no.
I'm going to go with yes. And I'll explain why.
Yes, please.
And she'll explain why.
Okay, I'll go first because this will be very quick and to the point. No.
For real.
There's traffic. There's scammers.
Will you just start them over?
We got 2 minutes. Okay, so I'll make it quick and then we'll stop after me. There's traffic. There's scammers. There's gay down low men. See,
that's why I love it. Joking.
Okay, but as a straight heterosexual, I don't. Okay, there are. Oof. I'm gonna keep it cute because we're online. But no. Mm-hmm. So no. Fuck. I don't even. There's nothing else to say. Like. No, it's just not what you think it is. I came here thinking that it was one thing, and it was not one thing. It was totally different.
So what did you think, though? Like, what were your thoughts and reasonings to come here?
Honestly, like, I didn't have many friends in high school, and I had a couple influencer friends that lived up here. That is the only reason why I was like, oh, I could move to Atlanta. Like, I have people. It's still kind of close to Tampa. That was my reasoning. Yeah. And initially, I liked it. I was like, ooh, no, I didn't like Atlanta. I just liked the freedom and having friends and going out. Yes, that's what I liked. Yes. I didn't know that that's what I liked. Yes. Until I lived in Atlanta after a year or two, and I was like, yeah, this is not giving. Wait, what did you ask me?
So
why?
I was like, why? Like, we were talking about why you came here.
Okay.
Like the reason, and you were
saying. It was literally just because I had friends up here. I had visited a month prior to turning 18. And liked the taste of freedom that I got, and that's why I initially picked Atlanta. Right. I was not planning on coming up here. I was planning on just moving to like Orlando, so like a little far from home, but nothing crazy. Impulsively was just like, I'm gonna move to Atlanta, so I did. And the first year was great. I loved it. Although I had really shitty friends at the time, like really shitty friends. Yeah, I still was having a time because I was ignorant and I was just blissful, just having a time, whatever. But then the more I lived here and the more people I encountered back to back, I was like, okay, this got to be like a city thing. This got to be a pattern. Like every fucking person, like, yeah, I literally only met y'all and Beta that are like solid. And I'm like, this is and y'all aren't from here. Yeah. So it's a no for me.
It's a no for you. And that's an understandable no. But here's why I said yes. Because I have felt what she feels. But the difference, let me tell you the difference between what I did and what Alyssa did. Alyssa was, yes, interacting with new people, but new people in the same crowd. Yeah. So you're only getting apples from the same tree. I decided once those same apples falling from the same tree just were ripe, I moved on to the peaches on the other side.
Smart.
That has changed my experience in Atlanta. Now, like I said, I grew up here, and I went to high school here. when I moved from Gwinnett County, if you know what that is. The suburbs. And I hated it. Hated it. When I tell you I was bullied, people were taking advantage of me because of my family. It was horrible. Horrible time. Horrible period of my life. The only benefit and the only credit I really got from there was when I was swimming. And people knew me for that. But outside of swim season, they could give a shit. So that was like a big thing for me. So when my mom had an opportunity for us to move because of work stuff, we moved into the perimeter of Atlanta. And that was a major social shock because we weren't the big wigs of the town anymore. Because the type of money in the perimeter of Atlanta is different. Like, those motherfuckers got some bread. So that was very different for me. And I loved it because everybody had something. So there was nobody nipping at you for the wrong reason. So
I still experienced that, but
so it's like that was like a really big thing for me in high school. So I was like, oh, okay, like I'll stay or whatever. Right. So then I was here. I went to college for a semester and just it wasn't it. Came back to Atlanta and I just stayed here. And I was like, okay, I love it. Now, I had a balance because all of my social media friends lived everywhere but here.
Right.
So I was always gone.
Yeah.
And would just come back home. It was like a reset because I had a break from all my friends. So like, for example, I like how you love Tampa. I would be in Tampa all the time because so many of my social media friends live in Tampa. So I'd be going to Tampa all the time and then come home and it's like, oh, this is relaxing.
Yeah.
Then I started hanging out with that crowd and I realized, okay, no. Like I was losing myself.
We're talking about the same crowd, by the way.
We're talking about the same crowd.
That we met through.
Yes. And that's when I realized I was like, oh, I don't know where I'm going, but it's not a good place. Like this was just, it was not it. It was not it. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to do some self-reflection. I need to realize that this is not helping where I'm trying to go. Yeah. So I took a major step back. I took a major step back. I had a very, very ignorant roommate. And that really did it for me. That really did it for me because
I forgot about that era.
That was the cherry on top for me. Like
I forgot
once that was done, once I handled that, I was done for real.
Oh gosh.
The only reason I was still tied to it was because of that person.
Yeah. And that was like one of the main people.
For
like
both
you know how in certain friend groups it's like there's certain people that just know everybody, so if you know them, you know them. Like she was they were one of those. Yeah. Anyways,
that person was, and that person. But what I will have to give this person credit because said person becomes friends with the best people and ruins them. Like when I tell, but fortunately enough, these people that this person becomes friends with become friends with the others and realize this middle person needs to be gone.
Yes. Like real recognize real.
Exactly. Kind of when you start, and she has a tendency of keeping you away from those other people because she knows you realize. I was tripping.
Yes, that is true.
Once that was handled, y'all, I loved my life here. Like I loved it. I got rid of the problem.
So you stuck through it and you like persevered.
Yeah.
I just left.
No, you did. And understandable. Also, like your family's from there. So it's like my family is also here. Yeah. So it's like I could have left very much so. I could have kicked her the fuck out and then packed up my shit, kept my house, rented it out, and dipped. Yeah. Thought about it. Really thought about it. But I was like, you know what? I do want to give this city a shot because I'm like, I just think I need to meet new people. Yeah. And that was a big thing. It was the people. And I'm like, I just started hanging out with a whole nother side of Atlanta that I did not even know really was a thing. And I'm talking like the entrepreneurs of Atlanta, just good, genuine people that want to do like different clubs and stuff that are around the city. Like I just found genuine people. And that is when I realized how unbothered I'm supposed to be with living here because I was just always anxious. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that changed my whole perspective.
Okay.
So I love that. I love Atlanta now. Like I love living here now.
That definitely makes sense. Yeah. It took a turn for the worse for me. Yeah. I think because I started to resent certain people and those certain people like tied to Atlanta, I just started resenting the whole city. Like I was
for
like,
sure.
Everybody I meet is just blah. Even strangers, even people at the club, like it doesn't matter. Like everybody I'm running into is just like mid. Everybody thinks they're a fucking celebrity. No, but there definitely is a whole nother side that I unfortunately didn't really get to experience. I mean, you were like the closest that I got. I was like, okay. And then like the lake and like there's little moments. So I was like, okay, but it just wasn't enough for me to.
No,
stay.
for real. And I think that's like a big thing for me.
Sorry, Bari too, kinda, I guess.
I think that's a big thing for me is like when now that you're gone, you'll be coming to visit.
Yeah.
And like I'll be able to show we'll be able to show you like that other side to the city.
There's gonna be a happy ending.
Because there is. It really is. Like it's like there's so much more to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally talking to my friend who I went on the run with today, and we were just like, he was like, I really do love Atlanta, and he's always talking about how he hates it here. But I'm like, he's like, I really do like Atlanta. I'm like, when you really just put the bullshit aside, it's a beautiful city. Like it can be a beautiful city.
Yes.
Like downtown is another story. The scammers, the Trackhawks, that is very relevant in the city.
Atlanta.
Don't get me wrong, but you can exist without it, and I, for one, tend to exist without it.
Love that.
There's not much we can speak on certain things, but you gotta filter.
I can do a little.
I filtered out most of those type of things, but you gotta keep some of them.
Okay. And that's a wrap. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed some tea. I know that it was a little stale because we couldn't drop names or nothing. I don't do that over here. You already know how it gets down. Matt is also not that messy.
Yeah, no. Online, but in the group chat, babe.
Look.
Unlock.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little conversation. I hope you got a little inspired. The transfer, bro. I just flashed the dirty ass.
Or my bad too. Actually not.
Luckily, I can't actually see, so I don't know. Anyway, I just hope you feel inspired about the challenges that we've overcome and how we've done it.
Yes.
And I'm glad you guys got to meet Matt.
Thanks, guys. This is so much fun. Now you guys know who I am.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes. All right. Goodbye, y'all.